For Hype Plus News, I'm John Appa. As more accusers continue to identify themselves as victims of Sean Diddy Combs, a light has been shed on his former artists attached to the Bad Boy record label.
Everybody who rock with that nigga, everybody who used to be down with a nigga and rock with that guy and turn their back on me, I want you gone, man. Tell your stories of how you touch your wee-wee, man. I don't like you, dog.
When news first broke that Cassie Ventura would be suing Diddy for alleged abuse and sex trafficking, a lot of eyes were now put on any of his former artists that the mogul was attached to. However, oddly enough, there weren't many former artists that took a stand alongside Ventura. It turns out that some of the select few that decided to speak up have done so for the last few years, and we're just waiting for someone to believe them. Here are the former Bad Boy artists that reacted to Diddy's downfall. Dialon. Dialon has become one of the most notable cast members of Making the Band, mostly due to the Dave Chappelle parody in 2004 episode of Chappelle's Show. Recently, the real-life Dialon also spoke about Diddy and his allegations. In a leaked audio file shared to YouTube, Dialon said,
I'll say this. I'll tell you this much. Where was the group and where was everybody when I was going to war with this nigga? When I had life after Diddy and I went out to go see Suge and was at death row for a month. Where was them? Where was they when I was interviewed by Sway when I went up to K-Slay? And K-Slay busted through when I was shooting at this nigga. Nobody was around then. I went to war against a giant when he was a giant. I ain't wait till he fell down. I don't kick nobody when they down.
It appears that more information from Dialon is coming soon, as he's got a lot to say about his time as a Bad Boy artist. Danity Kane. Danity Kane was formed during the third season of MTV's Making the Band. The group made up of Aubrey O'Day, Don Richard, D. Woods, Andrea, and Shannon would gain national attention when they made their first appearance on the reality series and when they officially became Bad Boy artists. After Cassie's lawsuit made headlines, two of the group's members, O'Day and Richard, showed encouragement, as well as former artist D. Woods. O'Day would release a statement shortly after news broke to express her support for Cassie. It isn't easy to take on one of the most powerful people in the industry. May her voice bring all the others to the table so we can start having more transparent conversations about what is actually happening behind the scenes. NBC News was specifically asked O'Day if she had witnessed Diddy abuse anyone. Her response, I need to take a moment before I speak out it further. There are layers. That same day, another former member of Danity Kane would speak out. Richard would share on Twitter that she was praying for Cassie and her family, calling her beautiful and brave. In addition to O'Day and Richard, Danity Kane's D. Woods would share, I haven't posted anything on this platform for a very long time, but today, there's a very good reason to. I'm praying for your continued strength and I offer my full support to you. Back in September, when it was announced that Diddy would be giving his publishing rights back to Bad Boy artists, she said, as I've gotten older, I've let go of a lot of the trauma and I've learned to really appreciate some of the more personal, beautiful moments I've had with him. I just wish that Puff would do what he's saying he's doing. I wish he would pay us what we deserve for all the work that we did. And I wish he would make right his wrongs. At the end of the day, I urge everyone to think about the headline versus the truth, and really what this seems to be is a way to shut a lot of people up. And what would be the motivation to do that? I think we're just going to learn soon enough what it is. Young Jock. Last year, Young Jock will participate in an interview with DJ Vlad as a part of Vlad TV, where he recounted a time where Diddy had forced his girlfriend at the time, Cassie, to shave her head back in 2009. In the recently resurfaced video from 2022, Young Jock explained that while in Miami, Diddy noticed a woman with half of her head shaved. According to Jock, he said Diddy jumped off the bar, came over there and said to Cassie, yo Cassie, tomorrow I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the F kind of request is that? Jock would ask Cassie, you're not about to do that, are you? According to the interview, her response was, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm gonna do. A few days later, Cassie would send Jock a picture of her newly shaved head. He recalled how good the style looked on her. That style would soon be celebrated within pop culture, becoming one of her signatures. Young Jock currently co-hosts the Street's Morning Takeover radio show and spoke on the clip that has resurfaced ever since Diddy's allegations became public. This whole thing with Diddy is going crazy right now. Cassie has made some huge allegations against Sean P. Diddy Combs. Now, there's this clip that has resurfaced. It's an old interview of mine, and I was only speaking on Puff's influence to hip-hop, so don't y'all try to use my video. Young Jock wanted to make it known that those comments were not meant to be received with a negative connotation and was speaking towards Diddy's influence towards the culture and not speaking on any alleged abuse that went on between him and Cassie. Freddy P. Former Bad Boy artist Freddy P has been very vocal about his experience working with Diddy, particularly when it came to making the band 2, which has caused him a lot of mental distress. On November 25th, after Diddy and Cassie had settled their lawsuit, Freddy P would take to Instagram once again to plead his case and share his story.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. I don't like none of them. Anybody who stand next to a nigga and stand next to somebody who try to hurt me, man, you been an op. You stand next to my op, boy, you get hit, boy. I don't care if you're my brother. You showing me who you with. When y'all doing all that and y'all getting on them checks from that man and they come back and look, ain't even throw a nigga a verse, yeah, it was up with y'all, man. Like I said, give me 200,000, man. I'll make sure these suckers never touch the city again, man. All this acting need to stop. Everybody who rock with that nigga, everybody who used to be down with a nigga and rock with that guy and turn their back on me, I want you gone, man. Tell your stories of how you touch your wee-wee, man. I don't like you, dog. I don't like you. Want war, let me know you want war, boy. 50, give me 200,000, man, so I run them out the city, man. You been rocking with the wrong, you been going about this the wrong way. Give me the money. Tired holding this in, man. Niggas took out my son out, bro. I don't play that. If these niggas was gangsters in the street, ask me out. That's why I'm doing these videos. If Diddy was a gangster, I would be on him, man. He wouldn't be gay, would have got away with this shit, bro. I don't like none of you niggas, man. Oh, listen, boy. Boy, I tell you, ain't never met a man like me. I turn it in for you. I check in for you. I don't care about your money. You can't play with me like that. None of you. Scary, man. Y'all scared to lose that, man. I ain't never scared, bro. Y'all play with a nigga's son. Y'all play with a nigga livelihood, bro. We ain't never cool. All y'all going down, man. Tell the whole city, man. 50, give me some money, man. I want to go to war, man.
His caption read, 50 Cent on my mama. I meant every word. Everybody tag 50 Cent. I need you for real. Several Instagram users in the comments would follow suit and tag 50 Cent, a well-known rival and public troll of Diddy, in order to bring more attention to the situation. Babs Bunny. As a guest on MREC TV, former artist Babs Bunny is yet another former artist of Diddy who would speak out.
You got your boy Puff, like his legacy for you. I can't say too much because I'm working on my own shit, you know, because I got a lot to say.
Babs Bunny would go on to say that a person shouldn't be judged negatively based on the amount of time they waited to tell their story, and that shouldn't be held against them. She would add that she's sure that there are plenty of employees that extended beyond artists who may have experienced abuse. Finally, Babs touched on how shocked she was when Cassie's lawsuit went public, and even applauded her courage. While there are a number of Diddy's former artists that haven't held their tongue when it comes to the recent accusations, there are a few notable ones who continue to remain silent. Those include Shine, Loon, Faith Evans, and 112. Some have made note that earlier this year, various news outlets had reported that several Bad Boy artists would receive their publishing. Mark Curry, a former artist, would call out Diddy back in September 2023 by saying giving artists their publishing rights back now is too late. Some have even theorized that Diddy's giving back publishing was a way to get in the favor of the public eye before the Cassie lawsuit became public. This has also got the public wondering if there were any NDA contracts involved with artists receiving their publishing rights back, which would explain the lack of commentary from other Bad Boy artists. So what do you guys think about Bad Boy's artists' reaction to Diddy's recent allegations? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. And for the latest news and comedy, be sure to subscribe here to our YouTube channel and follow Hype Plus across all social media. For Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba.